This is Sean with Indiana Vendor Stories. We have a couple that is helping the brain and the body at the same time. It's Pure Memory Water. Mark and Shelly, how are you guys doing today?
We're doing great.
Thanks.
Sean.
All right, so give us just a little bit of background on kind of the development of it. I know you really kind of started with the idea in 2012, and also this is for the people that scan the stories on the card, in the store. So why don't you just kind of talk about the people and then being able to watch this and also the beginning development.
Oh, awesome. Well, thank you. And thank you, anybody who has scanned this QR code. We love local and we appreciate all the support from our local customers. So Pure Memory Water started out with kind of a dream on Mark's part. My mom had Alzheimer's and was fighting it best she could. And in taking care of her, I'd come home and just be completely heartbroken. And so I would express to Mark, hey, we cannot do this to our kids. And so my dear sweet husband here, after a lot of research, discovered that rosemary, amazing for your brain. And so he came up with this idea to be able to create pure memory water in our kitchen. He started infusing rosemary and all sorts of other botanicals to be able to help us in our brain journey. And so started doing this really just for us in our kitchen. And so one thing led to another, and he came up with our lime formula for pure memory. So we were making it in our kitchen regularly and consuming it. And after sharing it with a lot of friends and family, they encouraged us that we needed to start bottling it. And so one thing led to another, and we hired a co-packer, hired a chemist to help us refine the formula, and we started producing it.
All right, so Mark, give us a little bit of the research background. It's what some of the research shows what actually does to the body and the brain.
Well, research shows that 80 to 90% of Americans walk around dehydrated. And the first thing that happens to you when you dehydrate is your brain shrinks. So A, we wanted to use the electrolytes to hydrate the body and the brain. B, we used the B12, the rosemary, which is super great for your brain. Formulated that, tested it, and here we are today.
All right, so let's talk about where you actually are today. These are a lot of different locations that you guys have secured. I know the first one was a Fresh Time, and where was that? Was that in Castleton, or where was the first original Fresh Time?
Yeah, our first placement was in Fresh Time on 82nd Street. We had an amazing manager there that allowed us to be able to place the product there. And so from there, it just kind of snowballed. We're in all the Indiana Fresh Times, in Safeway, Georgetown Market, as well as Neiman's Harvest Market in Carmel, and several other local retailers, which our other local retailers have been amazing with us as far as supporting local. And there's just a huge movement with several grocery stores to be able to support local in the local markets.
Now, what you got there on the table, you got your drinks and you got your energy boosters. So let's talk about the energy booster shots and just also kind of compare what makes them better for the body than like a 5 hour or anything else that's been out there on the shelves forever.
Sure.
Well, after developing the water, I decided I needed an energy shot for the gym. I didn't want to take the pre-workouts that had so much caffeine, so I developed our pure memory energy shots. We use a herb called Kaiusha, and it actually will give you an uplifting euphoric feeling without the jitters. Also, it has the rosemary and the B12, and the rosemary is a great anti-inflammatory. So if you're working out, running, so forth, it's going to help with the anti-inflammatory properties. A lot of my buddies at the gym now use our energy shots before they work out as a pre-workout, but it's also used a lot with people at work who have a long day at work and need to focus, because it's great for focus.
Well, like, okay, 5 hour, they put it right on the bottle. It's like 5 hours. Like, how long do you think those energy boosters really affect the body and really sustain and help you keep moving?
Well, I found usually 4 to 6 hours. It's great because it's not going to make your heart race. It's just going to give you a lot of focus and a good euphoric feeling. The Brazilian Indians used to use it as a tea. And that's what they used to say. They said it gave them a great euphoric, uplifting feeling.
All right, so here's a shot of you guys in front of the Indiana State Fair and also that first spot up there in Castleton for Fresh Time. And I know it's, growing a brand, getting the products into the stores, the logistics of constantly doing that can be a headache. And I know that's Mary Lou up there in the corner, your mom. Is she still around? Is she still with us?
So no, sadly, my mom passed away during COVID, but certainly she's on our shoulder, I'm sure, looking down, being very proud of all of the things that we've accomplished. My mom actually survived and battled Alzheimer's for almost 13 years before she passed. We were very blessed in the end. We were blessed that she still remembered who we were, knew that she had family around and so on. So, but I'm sure she's guiding us from above. My mom missed out on so many milestones of our family during that 13 years while she survived. And 5.7 million Americans are fighting Alzheimer's right now. And they say that number is going to more than double in the next 5 years. So lifestyle and just taking care of your body is just terribly, terribly important. In regards to the state fair, what was really cool there is that Indiana Grown is a real key partner with us too in allowing us to have a feature in their marketplace during the state fair. We've actually done that the last 2 years. And so it gives us an opportunity to sample and let a lot of people there at the state fair come and enjoy our product and be introduced to it for the first time. We love doing tastings because we really feel that once somebody tastes our water, they're going to be able to see the benefits and be able to enjoy it once a day.
So something I think is kind of ironic and important is the fact you started this mission because of your mother, and now you're going to be able to help a lot of other mothers and people in general, and I think that's very admirable. So when you're at these different locations, you give them a lot of literature to be able to really understand what it does, and I think that's very important. And not a lot of companies, it's like, oh, it tastes great, oh, it's going to help you out, blah, blah, blah. But you really give them kind of the backstory of the research that they can really understand. So is that kind of a normal thing? And there's also ways on your website maybe that people can find those items to be able to really be educated?
Education is key there because, 70 to 80% of the people are dehydrated and your brain's 75% water. First thing that happens when you're dehydrated is your brain shrinks. So, we got a lot of information out there as to why you want to stay hydrated and why you want to nourish your brain.
All right, so here's those shots of the energy drinks. What ounce is that? How big is the bottle?
So the energy shot is 2 ounces, and you take it truly as a shot. Give it a good shake, and you take it all at once. You usually, we say most people usually feel the effect in 15 to 20 minutes. And the biggest thing with our energy shot is it gives you that kind of uplifted, hyper-focused feeling. That's kind of how it's best been described. And so if you have a high important task that you're trying to, or high concentration task, or we have a lot of collegiate athletes and high school student athletes that use our energy shots. It has all the good stuff that you can actually pronounce, of course, including the rosemary. And it just feels good when you drink it. Mark said earlier, I joke that he developed the Pure Memory water for me to be able to help with my brain health journey. He definitely developed the energy shot for himself. I was continually on him about other energy shots on the market and other energy drinks and that how bad they were for your kidneys and so on. And so, out of necessity, he developed that for himself. It's going to be the same flavor profile as our waters. Our water flavors right now are lemon, lime, and pomegranate. And so the energy shots are the same flavor profile, just a little bit more intense since it's in that 2 ounce size. So really 2 completely different functions. The water is intended to hydrate your brain. The energy shot is to be able to give you that energy boost in a very quick burst.
Has anybody ever thought of the concept of combining them all in one glass and just dining it all? Have you guys done that and kicked it up?
Oh, yeah.
Many people do that.
Many people do that, and they might even put a splash of vodka in there too for an afternoon or evening cocktail. Yeah.
Little afternoon delight that helps your brain at the same time, huh?
Exactly. It helps to be able to hydrate you as well as being able to replenish anything that alcohol is gonna strip away.
The water too, Sean, the B12 in the water is actually going to give the people a little bit of a boost. It's not there's no caffeine or anything like that, but B12 is really a great energy source for the body.
Yeah.
And I don't want to bring this up, but I kind of do. I'm sure that when people have a night of spirits and libations, that the next morning, this would be a nice little cure.
Oh, yeah.
Absolutely.
Absolutely.
Talk about how it really affects the people and the different types of ages and uses of the people that really enjoy it.
Well, first of all ages, because hydration is super important no matter how old you are. Two, the guys that were out trimming the trees for us, they're out, it was in the summer, extremely hot. So I took a cooler out there with the water, and all of them indulged, thanked me several times. Fever, that was, we were at our downtown farmers market, and they were promoting the basketball team. And obviously he was in that outfit. He was extremely hot. So we had to give him a taste of the water, and he thanked us. So anytime you're going to be working out, doing something strenuous, or, anything that you might sweat or, get dehydrated, hey, grab one of our waters and get hydrated.
We now have a huge following with athletes at all levels. We also had an opportunity to introduce our energy shots and our water to a lot of the runners at the mini marathon. We have several runners that now regularly use our water to pre-hydrate and post-hydrate or post-race hydrate, as well as using our energy shot right before they get ready to run. A lot of other products, as we mentioned before, specifically for runners, will cause a little bit of jitters, or kind of not feel great so much on your tummy. So our energy shot is great for that, because again, nothing that's going to be strange or you can't pronounce. So it's great for runners as well.
Well, it's great to get the word out, but it's even better when you make a product that has so much credibility that the TV stations want you on board. And I know that you were on Indy Now on Fox 59, as well as Daybreak on Channel 8. What was it like for you when you got the call that said that, hey, we want you guys to be on here?
Terrifying. It's terrifying to go on live TV when that's not really your forte. And that's, I love talking about our product, and I love talking about our product at farmers markets, but a little scary in a TV studio. But we've been very blessed to be able to share our product in a variety of different ways. Continue to feel excited about being able to share it through a video format. We appreciate you being able to do this interview and to be able to share more about our product and why it works. We love it for our own selves, and nothing is more exciting than being able to share it with other people too.
Yeah, it was exciting.
Well, Shelly and Mark, I really appreciate you sharing your story today. And I know that the people that are scanning and watching it from the shelves and the different locations you're able to put it out have been a lot more informed, and I'm sure that they've become a little bit more of a fan of both of you. I know you guys have been together like 27 years at this point.
Yep.
You both had a background in photography, but now you have the background in helping the brain and the body at the same time. So I commend you on your work. Is there anything else you'd like to say in closing to the people watching?
Just, I think that we're motivated with our brand. We want to be a national brand. We want to be able to share our product with as many people as we possibly can, because we just know that it helps. One thing that we didn't mention earlier, and this was probably all on me, we also package in glass. Both our 16-ounce bottles and our energy shots are in glass. After spending all the money for all of those amazing ingredients, the last thing that we would want to do is have them be compromised in any sort of form or fashion with any other type of packaging. So glass is really important. It's also recyclable as well. And then just kind of the last thought, we're doing this as a legacy for our kids and our grandkids. We want to be around for a very, very long time and be able to celebrate all of their milestones like my mom could not. And so we definitely want to be able to have other families be in the same situation. Hate to hear about situations where multiple people or multiple generations have been fighting this awful, hideous disease. And this is just one lifestyle change that we think can make a big difference in people's lives. And so we certainly want to be able to share it with as many people as we possibly can.
Well, the importance of it is this. They found Alzheimer's, it's not something that is inherited or genetically. Only like 2 to 3% of that is true. The rest of it is due to lifestyle.
Yeah.
So we want to educate people so they can change their lifestyle and drink plenty of pure memory water.
And to be able to start earlier instead of later in life when you're trying to do what you've already done.
Yeah,
Yep.
Absolutely.
Thank you very much for sharing today. And This is another great Indiana story that I think you guys are going to do great and get out of Indiana and probably go nationwide.
Awesome. Thank you.
Thanks,
We
John.
certainly hope so. We appreciate it.